matters concerning Tinubu? If not, how come he has not been charged to court, despite several petitions against him, and in spite of Nuhu Ribadu's boastful claims that he had enough evidence to nail him?
One of the governors, we think he took close to about 75% of the resources of the state.
One governor took 75% of the money from the state government?
And this is a state that is probably made over $1 billion in terms of revenue.
Or was it the reason he gave his ACN presidential ticket to Ribadu in 2011? It is apparent that there is a deliberate attempt at cover-up of all these alleged nefarious activities by one man. One can remember with nostalgia Tinubu's case as a code of conduct, but like a cat with 9 lives, he still evades justice. The case against him was simple and grievous for any government.
The mighty has fallen. The mighty has fallen. This is Franklin Ikechukwu speaking here. And this mighty person is referring to is Ribadu, who is now a national security advisor to Tinubu himself. This is a very serious one. Let's see what Ikechukwu has to say, and then we can analyze it better. It is sad to see how the mighty has fallen. I remember when this man, Ribadu, was traveling around the world preaching the evil and acting as a righteous messenger. Today he is the messenger of the man who he once accused as the most corrupt governor. Not only being a messenger, he is now the same Ribadu who is used to bribe and ask the Supreme Court justice to break the law for the same thief he once accused. I remember how every think tank houses in Washington, D.C. were up and up with Ribadu to speak to their audience. Okay? I remember him being the golden boy of Nigerian justice arm, speaking truth to power. I remember how his cousin, Mohammed Agui, RIP, will be bothering me day and night, calling in odd hours for Ribadu's sake, not knowing it was all pretentious. He was never patriotic. He was angry because he was removed as EFCC chairman. Well, now we know, how the mighty has fallen. So what this Berechukwu is writing here on his Twitter page, or Franklin Ikechukwu rather, is Ribadu. There was a time Ribadu was accusing what is his name? Tinubu, when Tinubu was governor of Lagos State, accused him of having looted the state fund and having, being the most corrupt governor of his time, and was out everywhere to prosecute him as EFCC chairman then. And everybody was singing Ribadu's praise under Obasanjo, actually, because it was Obasanjo that created EFCC, and Nuhu Ribadu happens to be the first EFCC chairman who was out to, to bring all looters down. And at a point, he became almost the righteous judge when it comes to corruption cases in Nigeria. In fact, people started fearing Ribadu more than they would fear IGP. And it was a very serious case, and Ribadu was just a young police officer whom IGP himself at that time, they started envying him because he was becoming too popular. Now, what is Ribadu doing? The same Tinubu that he accused before of looting Lagos State Fund and about the most corrupt governors at that time is the same Tinubu that Ribadu is now protecting and securing as his national security advisor. So what does that mean? Meaning that he was pretending that time, or he was not patriotic that time, and as at that time he was just probably angry because he was removed from EFCC or whatever. But today, what are we seeing? Ribadu himself has stopped talking about corruption. Ribadu is now feeding from the corrupt table, and now he can't talk anymore. And it's not just him alone. FFK in PDP was lashing APC. Festus Keyamo was lashing APC, was even lashing Tinubu, and under Gani Fawehinmi that time, Festus Keyamo charged Tinubu to court for these certificates forgery and corruption cases. But right now, what has happened, all of them that have spoken all those things, Tinubu has tactically silenced them by giving them offices, giving them roles, and giving them positions. And what tactical thing Tinubu is doing to keep himself free from investigation is getting all those people that have his case file, okay, getting them engaged meaningfully, and now those guys are chopping so they can't cough anymore. You know, when food is in your mouth, you can't cough. If you cough, the food will miss your throat and enter somewhere else, and that cough will become something more serious. So now, big guys are chopping now. They can't talk, they can't cough anymore. Very unfortunate. Very, 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 very unfortunate. And this could be the reason Atiku wants to make sure he fights the case as a lone ranger to the end of it, because he has all these investigation reports about Tinubu right from 1999 to today. And he has privileged information, we think so. So that is why he wants to see to the end of this matter once and for all. But generally, it's not as if Atiku himself is a saint, but right now it seems like he is the only person that has the lever, that has the clout to, hold Tinubu down and push all this investigation to the end of it. But Ribadu is a case now, because that is why they're saying that how the mighty has fallen. The almighty Ribadu of 1999 up to when he left EFCC was a very mighty man. Even under Obasanjo was a very mighty man. But right now, who is he? Sorry, he is no longer what he used to be. And that respect he used to command that time seems to have all gone right now, because rather than speaking truth to power the way he used to, now he's feeding right from the hands of the same corrupt politicians that he once beat left, right, and center, blue, black, and red. Okay, so, and it's not only him, there are a lot of politicians that are in this category. It's quite an unfortunate situation we're finding ourselves, that people we expect to hold the truth to the end of it, people we expect to hold, speak truth to power, are the people that are already compromising, already failing, and right now nothing can be done again about it. It's a very unfortunate situation Nigeria is finding itself. I don't know how this situation can be salvaged, but how long will Tinubu continue to silence people that can speak truth to power? And how long can people that can speak truth to power continue to compromise at the expense of over 250 million Nigerians that are suffering right now? Very pathetic and sympathetic situation that we are finding ourselves. So the question is, who will deliver Nigeria? Who will save Nigeria? And who will pull Nigeria out of this dungeon of corruption and wickedness that Nigeria has found itself? It's an unfortunate situation that must be salvaged. But who will do that? Who will be that Messiah? If all the people that Nigerians have been looking up to help uphold justice are the people that are compromising and failing right now for selfish reasons, then there's no doubt that Nigeria is doomed or about to be doomed, because if people that have the power to deliver are not delivering, then what do you think will happen? The system will collapse. That is where Nigeria is right now. It's quite unfortunate that we are finding ourselves in that situation. I don't know how that can be managed, but Ribadu is one of those strong men that are just falling, because right now he can't talk again. He can't talk to Tinubu again. He can't say anything again. The same way Femi Falana, who was who is now speaking as a human rights activist lawyer, okay, was then the person that defended Tinubu against Gani Fawehinmi and proved that he was not corrupt. Okay, he didn't forge his certificate. But look at what is happening now. And himself, Falana, had been called out, saying, now look at the person you defended as far back as 1999, and you covered him up completely. Now look at what you have covered up. Look at what is germinated and matured into right now today. It's putting Nigeria in a very bad state. So lawyers actually need to learn lesson. When you are fighting a case, know that you must fight a genuine case. Otherwise, what you think is a victory to you today might be a calamity or calamitous to you in the future, either sooner or later. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comment for sharing. Ribadu is just one of those that once spoke against evil and spoke truth to power, but today they are silenced with position.